Hi, my name is Phillip Lechter, and welcome to the Lechter Residence, the birthplace of Rich Dad Poor Dad, 3 Feet from Gold, Outwitting the Devil, and so many more books that have made a difference in millions of people's lives. Come on in, let me show you around.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome back to another episode of Book of the Week. My name is Phillip Lechter, and happy to be with you again as we discover how books make a difference in our lives as entrepreneurs and as individuals. Today we're going to talk about Michael Gerber's The E-Myth. Now I'm holding in my hand The E-Myth Revisited. Whether you do the E-Myth or the E-Myth Revisited, I know you're going to find incredible value from this book. And for me, this is another one of those mind shift conversations. This book really challenged the way I think about entrepreneurship. In fact, what Michael Gerber does is he breaks down the typical business startup individual into 3 separate categories. Category number 1 is the technician. Now, the technician is somebody that is the doer, right? They live in the present. They're constantly the ones that are doing the work. Now, the second character in this is the manager. Now, this is the person that is really important to a business. They're the planners. They love consistency. They're bringing the structure and the modeling together. They're the ones that live in the past. They're always cleaning up what's already been done. And then the third category is the entrepreneur. Now, the entrepreneur, this is the visionary, the dreamer. They're always in the future. From all business startups, what he discovered is that 80% of all of these business startups are the technicians and the managers and not the entrepreneurs. And what he found is that you really need to be able to live in the future as an entrepreneur, in the present as a technician, and in the past as a manager in order to be successful in business. And interestingly enough, he found that most technicians, they do such a great job at doing the work, but they struggle with the other aspects of the business. They struggle with the growth, right? Because they can't see the future. They're so focused in their business that they're not working on their business like an entrepreneur would do. And so making this mind shift and understanding when you need to be a technician, when you need to be a manager, when you need to be an entrepreneur is so critical to your success. You know, I heard it differently. And in fact, my mother Sharon would always say this, is she would always have you write down on a piece of paper, write down the words past, present, and future. And next to those, I want you to write down the percentage of time that you spend in your business related to working on things that are in the present, working on things from the past, or dealing with things from the past, and then working on the future. You'll discover that most of you spend a lot of time in the present and the past versus working on the future, which is why it's really important that if you're not a true entrepreneur, and don't take that in the wrong way, I can tell you for me personally, I'm not a true entrepreneur. I've learned about entrepreneurship, and I've learned about what I need to surround myself with in order to be successful as an entrepreneur. But what really you have to discover is you have to discover who you are and surround yourself with the other elements. Whether you're a technician, a manager, or an entrepreneur, it's so important that you discover that and always build time in for the areas that you don't spend time on. With that being said, I want to thank you for joining me on another episode of Book of the Week. We'll see you next time.
With